Yesterday we discussed synthetic division and whether something was a zero or not. Today we're just going to continue on that, except we're going to add a couple more, I would say maybe complicated problems, because we're going to add imaginary numbers. Now let's just review on top here. Remember, when we add with imaginary numbers, we have to have like terms. So when we add this up here, this is going to be 2, and then we can add the 3i and the negative 6i, which is going to be minus 3i. Number 2, we would do FOIL. So we have 2, we have plus 6i, we have minus 3i, and then we have minus 9i squared. And remember, I squared is negative 1. So now this whole thing becomes plus 9. So finally, we get here 2 plus 9, which is 11. And then here we're going to have 6 minus 3, which is going to be plus 3i. So our final answer for this is 11 plus 3i. And then I just went ahead, if you want to pause the video, you can check number 3. Now, I went ahead and for purposes for saving time on the video, I went and I found the remainder for number 1. I found f of k using synthetic division. I found negative 25. And then I divided this next one right here, and this was my answer. Again, if you want to go ahead and pause the video and practice synthetic division, you can go ahead and do that. I would like to go ahead now, because we can also have imaginary roots. And so I want to go ahead and I want to check this imaginary root. Now, I'm also going to tell you, if I have 2 plus 4i, I would then also, if that is going to be a root, if my remainder is 0, if my remainder were 0, I would also have a 2 minus 4i, but only if my remainder were 0. But let's go ahead and let's use synthetic division. So I have 2 plus 4i. So my coefficients are 1, 3, and negative 2. I'm going to bring down the 1. Now this is going to require more algebra from us. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this line right here. This is not bad, but 1 times this is going to be that same thing. So I'm going to write, this is going to be 2 plus 4i. Now when I add, 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 4i. This is where we have, this becomes a little bit more interesting. So I have 2 plus 4i times 5 plus 4i. Now, if you were allowed to use Desmos Scientific, you could actually do this in Desmos Scientific, but our part of the calculator, or our part of the test, will not allow the scientific calculator on this. So we have to do this by hand right now. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to use FOIL. And when we do this, we have plus 8i. And you could do this a lot quicker than I'm doing it, but I'm just showing you guys how to do it. Plus 20i plus 16i squared. Remember, this becomes negative 16. So I have here negative 4 plus 28i. And actually, what did I do wrong? This should be actually negative 6 right here. So now I'm going to have here negative 6 plus 28i. I'm going to add my like terms. So this becomes negative 8 plus 28i. So this is not 0. So 2 plus 4i would not be a 0. But my remainder, I could still say f of 2 plus 4i is equal to negative 8 plus 28i. So I would definitely show your work on the side so I can see what you're doing. For this next one, I gave you the answer, so I would like you to pause the video and try it. Now I want to go down to this next part, and this says decide whether or not the given value is a 0 of the polynomial. So if we try this one, we are going to go ahead and do synthetic division with 2 minus I. I have 1, negative 4, 5. So again, 1 times this is 2 minus I. So this is going to be here, negative 2 minus I. Now I'm going to go ahead and do FOIL. I have 2 minus I times the quantity of negative 2 minus I. So this becomes negative 4. This would become negative 2I, positive 2I. Oh, so that cancels out. And then I have negative I times negative I, which becomes plus I squared, which is negative 1. Oh, so this is just negative 5. So that's nice. That canceled out. Oh, and look at this. Negative 5. 5 plus negative 5 is 0. So this is going to be a 0. So 2 minus I is a 0. And so what I'm also going to tell you is that 2 plus I, its conjugate, is also a 0. Is also a 0. So you just actually found 2 zeros. So you found the 2 zeros for that one. They're both imaginary. Okay, the next one I actually did for you. You can go ahead and check that out. You'll find that that is not a 0. So you can go ahead and do that work. All right, and that would be it.